Hey, what's good, everybody? I gotta come on and finish what I started last night. Um, Feeling a lot better than I was yesterday, so figured I'd get it done. It's gonna be in all signs for the remainder of 2019. And I'm gonna use the Mystic Monday deck. Hey, Glenda. I'm doing good. It's a lot better today. How are you? Hey, Jillian. So last night throat was killing me and I didn't want to be coughing the whole time trying to read because that's just distracting. Hey, Ken. I plan to make it through tonight, Jillian. A lot better. Throat's clear now. I'm feeling fine, Glenda. It's just I live in Canada, so like when you turn on the heaters in the house, like for the first couple of days, I always get this like, it must be just the dust in the vents or something. Like I always get this like dry throat, but I'm feeling good otherwise. Thanks for asking. Yeah, last night I tried to do it live and it didn't work out. Let's get started. Let's start with Aries. And this is for, yeah, it does. Just for the first few days, I mean, you get that dust, that like all that in the air. It's kind of hard on the throat, but I struggle. We'll get through. It's not a big deal. It's hard to do readings when you're coughing all the time. It's very distracting. So we'll, like always, yeah, I got my water. I got my mint. Yeah, this can be all signs for the rest of 2019. So we'll start with Aries. Hey, Virgo. What do we have for Aries? What do we have for Aries for the remainder of 2019? So we got here. All right. So I feel like, you're feeling restricted, but I feel like the restriction that you feel is self-imposed. I feel like there's nothing really holding you back except for yourself. I feel like recently you've dealt with a lot of deception. I feel like you've had, that moments where you just weren't sure what was going on in your life. And I feel like, you thrive on that control. and lately you've lost that control. Um, I got the Tower card, so I feel like recently something kind of fell apart, and it was something that had to come. But like I said, it was something that you were imprisoning yourself in, and the best thing that could have happened was this Tower moment. I feel like the deception was too much. It was taking over. It was causing you to Two of Pentacles. It was causing you to lose the balance that you've always felt. But I feel like it's just a matter of moderate. With the Temperance card here, I feel like you just need to take some time and decide what's important to you. I feel like you're gonna have you know a lot of success after this is passed, and with this Temperance card, I feel like the moderation is going to give you success and moving forward in something that you've been working toward or something that you've been thinking about. I feel like it's a matter of being strong. It's a matter of you know fighting off other people's ideas and not worrying about what other people have to say. I mean, other people's opinions only go as far as you allow them to. But like I said, I feel like this past this past relationship that you were in, I feel like it's been a while since you've been in this relationship. I feel like you've been in it for a while, but it's still like with Two of Pentacles, it still has you at a sorts. And like I said, I feel like the restrictions that you're feeling are self-imposed. This person was very sneaky and had a lot of deception. And I feel like I said, you had that Tower moment, and that Tower moment came along, and it left you feeling at a sorts. Like I feel like it's all gonna come together for you in the rest of 2019. I feel like 2020 might be your year. But like I said, the end of this year is gonna go good for you. You just need to allow that, have moderation, allow balance in your life again, allow not only opportunities to present themselves to you, but also allow them, you know, allow your new ideas to flow, allow things that you've been thinking about to manifest. Don't hold yourself back anymore. I feel like nothing's going to be burdening you, nothing's going to be holding you back with the devil in reverse. So I feel like you just need to take that leap of faith, trust yourself. And I also got the High Priestess. So I feel like you know what you want. You know, um, you're in control of it all. It's just a matter of letting it flow. And I feel like when you do, like I said, I see good things coming. We get the Star card, and I also got the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like not only are you going to be like this new motivation you're gonna have, like I feel like it's gonna be a moment where you're just gonna be like, you know what, I'm better than this. I don't need anybody. And I feel like that's gonna put you on a new path for the end of this year. And I feel like it's all gonna work out. Like I said with the Star card and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, I see good things coming. But like I said, you just gotta allow that, and you just gotta like the Temperance card. You just gotta allow moderation. You can't totally dive into one thing. You gotta have a little bit of have some fun, enjoy life. Like I said, that nothing's holding you back. The Devil card in reverse is telling me nothing's holding you back anymore. So the only way you can be held back is if you don't allow yourself to move forward. But yeah, like I said, my advice to you: take her easy, enjoy the next 2 months. Work at what you've been thinking about, whatever you've been thinking about, whatever motivates you. Deep, dig into that a little bit. But like I said, don't dig too deep because you need that moderation with the Temperance card. So yeah, that's what I have for Aries for the remainder of 2019. It won't resonate with everybody because it is a general read. So, check your charts, and anything can change at any time. It depends on how we take it and how we react. So, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? We have Taurus. So Taurus, I see good news here. Let's start with this. Let's start it out. I feel like you've recently been, in your head about somebody, and I feel like, it's a matter of, I feel like, you had your mind on money, and it's not. I don't feel like the Four of Pentacles usually represents money, but I feel like it's more stability. Um, you've been thinking about somebody. You've been thinking about moving forward with somebody, and I feel like I said, it's keeping you up at night because you're not sure if this is the right decision. And I feel like, I feel like, you're thinking about walking away, but I feel like you're not going to choose to walk away. I feel like, there's still love there. I feel like it's just a rough time that you're going through right now. I feel like stability is something that's important to you. And I feel like that hasn't been there hasn't been a lot of moving forward in that department. I see like you just need to, get out with some friends. Like don't be sitting at home thinking about money all the time or thinking about stability. Um, Sometimes we hit rough patches, but as far as I can see, we got the Hierophant and the Two of Cups. So I see not only are you coming together with somebody, but I feel like, you know, I feel like the person that you were thinking about walking away from, this is that person. I mean, I feel like it's going to work out. I feel like you're just going through a rough patch. And with the Hierophant, I feel like, it's gonna come together, and I feel like you're gonna get together, and I feel like you might even move forward into marriage, or just a strong relationship. I feel like it's not right now. It's kind of wishy washy, but I feel like I said, you just need to get out and stop thinking about money and stability and thinking about that right now, because I feel like you're just spending too much time thinking about that, and I feel like it's affecting other areas of your life. Um, you know, and we got the Emperor card. So I feel like, I feel like it's all going to come together, like I said, and I feel like you're going to be happy with the outcome. It's just a matter of getting in a headspace where you're thinking about stability too much. I feel like, you're not looking at the benefits of a future with this person because of the fact that right now you're going through a rough patch, but rough patches happen to everybody. And I feel like, my advice to you is stick with it. I feel like it's gonna grow, and I feel like this is just a rough patch, and I feel like you just need to work through it. I feel like, you know, stop thinking about stop thinking about anything right now. Like stop thinking so much. You're too much in your head. Um, like I said, you're just thinking about, you're thinking too damn much. Sometimes we get in our own heads and we overthink things, and then we just start putting things into positions that they're not even really at. We start thinking about things, and we start thinking, overthinking things, and we start making up things in our head. We start manifesting problems. And I feel like that's just a matter of what's going on right now with you. And I feel like I said, I feel like, your relationship, you don't want to walk away. You thought about walking away, but you don't want to because there's still love there. And I feel like they still have love for you because I got the Hierophant and I got the Two of Cups. So I feel like it's all going to work out. Like my advice to you, stick it out, get out with some friends, or just get out with your partner. Get out of the house. And that's my advice for you. That's Taurus. So Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? for Gemini. Yeah, for Gemini. Okay. So I see a heartbreak. I feel like you just went through a heartbreak. And we also have, I feel like you're feeling defeated. I feel like it's got you down. But I feel like it's a matter of perspective right now. I feel like, you've been waiting, waiting for something, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and I feel like, that's why this heartbreak is happening, and this is why it's got you feeling so defeated. Is because not only did that happen, but you've been waiting for something, and it just hasn't manifested yet. But I feel like it is coming. I feel like, that cycle of doubting yourself is coming to an end with the World card, and I feel like, you're gonna see some changes coming, and with the seven of wands, I feel like, you put in the work, and like I said, you were waiting for it, and it hasn't happened yet. So not only does this past heartbreak hit you on an emotional level, but it hits you on a level where you're kind of, how should I put this? This heartbreak has hit you even more because you feel like you're failing, because not only did that heartbreak come, you're feeling defeated because you've been waiting for something and it hasn't manifested yet. But I feel like all this doubt that you've had recently is coming to an end. And I feel like what you've been waiting for, you should keep waiting for it. I got the Fool card. So I feel like you should take that leap of faith, wait longer. I feel like before the new year, I feel like it's going to start coming around. I see the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're going to be successful. What you've been waiting to happen is going to happen. You're going to be successful at it. And also, I feel like emotionally, you're going to get back on track. I feel like you're going to meet somebody that, makes this heartbreak not even a thought in your mind anymore. Like I said, I don't feel like the heartbreak was as much what will cause you as to feel defeated as it was. Like that played a role, but not having something that you've been manifesting, it didn't happen yet. So that has you feeling even more defeated. But like I said, I see you just need to keep waiting, take that leap of faith. Continue to wait, continue to work at this what you've been working at, and I feel like good things are going to happen. And not only are you going to be successful, but you're also going to get back to the emotional state that you want to be. Back to a place where you're happy again. I feel like this is telling me, and we get the Empress. So I feel like it's all like I said, it's all good things coming. But it's a matter of, like I said, my advice to you is don't worry about what happened in the past, because I feel like that's gonna, like I said, the World card, it's gonna come to an end. Sometimes when we get our heart broken, and then on top of that, we're failing at something else that we're failing at another area in life, or we feel like we're failing at something else in life. It really gets us down. But I feel like you're thinking too much about it. Like I said, keep waiting. I don't feel like I got the 3 of Wands, upright. So I feel like, it's just a matter of wait a little bit longer, be a little more patient. I feel like patience is running thin with you, but I feel like, take that leap of faith and keep waiting. Because I do see things going your way, and I do see things manifesting before the end of the year. Like I said, I feel like, things are going to happen for you, but you can't be stuck in a moment. Don't get stuck in a moment, because sometimes we get stuck in a moment and it's so hard to get out. But like I said, I don't feel like the heartbreak was as much it's not what caused you to feel defeated as much as you might think. I feel like maybe you're not looking at the fact that, this other opportunity that you've been looking at and you've been waiting for, it just wasn't working as fast as you wanted to. And then the heartbreak came along, and then all of a sudden everything was just piling up. But like I said, it's a matter of time. Before the new year, I feel like it's going to turn around for you. So hang in there. And that's my advice for Gemini. So now we're going to do Cancer. Yeah, just don't overthink things. Live in the moment. Have a little bit of faith. So Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer? Okay. So Cancer, this is gonna get better. Just hang in there with me for a minute here. Okay, so right now you're feeling defeated. Something's got you down. I feel like the person that we got the king. We got the King of Swords and the King of Cups both in reverse. So I feel like there's been a person that you've been kind of deciding whether or not you're trying to make the right decision, but I feel like you've been taking too much time with this person. I feel like you've been waiting too long for this person. You're waiting too damn long, and I feel like this person is not ever going to be where you want them to be. I feel like they don't have. They're very distant with the King of Cups in reverse. Emotionally they're distant, and the King of Swords. I feel like it's not. It's taken away from your motivation. So it's got you feeling defeated. And you're spending a lot of late nights thinking about this. You got to. It's in your head. But like I said, you need to take some time and think about this with the Hermit, because you're not seeing. You have opportunities. You have all these opportunities, but you're not seeing them because you're too damn focused on this person. You got to let them go. You got to change your perspective, and you've sacrificed too much to this person, and this person is only dragging you down. And I also got the Queen of Wands in reverse, so I feel like this person is nothing but bad news. And I feel like with the Two of Swords, I feel like you have a decision to make, but you're making the wrong decision. You're choosing to stay with this person because you feel like it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. This person is emotionally detached already. I feel like the sooner you get away from this person, we get the Sun card. So I feel like it's gonna be good. Like everything's gonna happen the way you want it to, just not with this person. Sometimes we put all our all our effort into the wrong person, and then we end up getting nothing back. And like I said, I feel like it's time to think about your stability more than this person. You're giving too much to this person. You're letting this person control your life. You're letting this person, bring you down. It's like trying to swim with a weight tied to your leg. You know what I mean? It's more work than it's worth. But I see when you do take the time, to actually start thinking about your stability and your future. Like I said, the Sun card, and I also got the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like it is going to work out. And, there is better things out there for you, because I also draw the Lover's card. So, I mean, I feel like, a soulmate is in your cards, and I feel like they're going to come before the end of the year. But like I said, you got to let go of this past person. The quicker you let go of this person, don't let them drag you down anymore. Like I said, I don't know, how you swim, but I know if I had a weight tied to my leg, it would make it impossible. So I feel like this person is dragging you down. Like I said, they're detached already, and it's not going to get any better. They're not going to reattach. But I do see somebody else coming into your future. And I do see your future getting very bright when you realize that this person's been holding you back this long. You're going to realize that all the negativity that's been surrounding you has been their negativity. Sometimes we can't see it firsthand when somebody is dragging us down. But I feel like this person, like they're lacking the motive. They're lacking emotion for you, and they're dragging you down. They're dragging your motive. There's no good coming from this person, and this person is only going to get worse. So the longer you hang in with this person, and the longer you stay with this person, it's going to get worse. So you have a choice: get rid of this person and move forward. And we have the Sun card, the Lovers, the Ten of Pentacles, like all good things. So that's your choice. And I don't think it's much of a choice, but it's free will. You do with it what you will. But that's the choices that you have in front of you. But like I said, my advice, cut that weight. So we're going to do Leo. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good people being drugged down by the wrong people. And I don't step in. But I mean, like I said, I started doing this, and I'm going to read it the way I see it. And you do with it what you want. But that's just my advice. But don't let any tarot reader or anybody, period, tell you how to live your life if that isn't something that you think is right. So Leo, what do we have for Leo? What do we have for Leo? All right. So Leo, first thing I see that, you've been very, something's got you jaded. You're not willing to sacrifice nothing. You're not willing to put your faith into nothing. And, I feel like that's poor judgment on your side, because I feel like, like I said, something happened to you that's got you, feeling like you don't want to move forward with anybody. You don't want to take that chance anymore because something, like I said, something might happen. It's got you feeling defensive. But I see the Magician. He's stepping in, and they're manifesting something for you, whether you like it or not. We get the King of Swords and the King of Cups upright, and I feel like I said, with the whole, you're not willing to sacrifice, so you've been taking all the burden on your own back. You've been carrying all the weight yourself, and you're very defensive. But I feel like you're making a poor judgment call giving up. I feel like you shouldn't give up, because like I said, we got the King of Cups and the King of Swords. The Magician is bringing somebody new in your life, and this person's got their shit together, and this person isn't gonna be like anybody else you've ever been with, because I feel like the reason you are the way you are right now is because you've had bad people. You've had bad luck. I feel like the best advice right here, the Temperance, you need moderation. You can't just be all about work. You can't just be all about yourself. You be about self-love, but realize that at some point you can't carry everything on your back by yourself. You don't want to. You got to make that sacrifice. You can't keep being like that. You can't be unwilling to sacrifice, because if you're not willing to sacrifice, who's going to give back to you? It's 50-50. So, like I said, I feel like you're making the wrong call. That's my advice. But I feel like the sooner you figure that out and figure out that it's not, you don't have to be defensive. You know, be picky, but don't give up. Like I said, the magician is sending something your way, and this person, is going to have their shit together. Like I said, they're going to be very, highly motivated, and they're going to be very loving. And I feel like if you don't, you don't change your perspective, you're going to miss out on that. Like I said, the temperance card tells me pretty clear that you need moderation in your life. You can't just be all about you. You can't, all about that single life. You can't be all about, I don't need anybody else, and I'll do it all myself, because sometimes it gets hard. We need people. So I feel like this new person they're bringing in your life, I don't see it as anything that's going to manifest in anything serious by the end of the year. I feel like it's going to give you a new outlook, though. I feel like they're going to be, they're going to let you know that not all people are bad. Not all people are going to screw you over. And some people are willing to help. I feel like it could grow, but that's up to you. But like I said, I can only tell you what I see. It's up to you to take it. And that's what I got for you, Leos. You gotta. It's hard being prideful all the time. So I mean, you gotta let your guard down a little bit, let people in. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a long, lonely road. But that's my advice for Leo. So now we're gonna do Virgo. All right. Universe, what do we have for Virgo? All right, Virgos. First thing I see is I feel like, another self-imposed prison again. I feel like, I feel like you're holding yourself back right now. I feel like, I see this is something that happened in your past, this tower moment, and you're still in the process of rebuilding. But I feel like you're rebuilding alone. You're not looking to rebuild with anybody else. I feel like you're being stuck to yourself. I feel like, but I feel like you're not taking advantage of these. I feel like there's opportunities. I see opportunities here, and I feel like you're not taking advantage of them. You're not seeing these opportunities because, like I said, that self-imposed prison, you got yourself thinking that, you got to do this on your own. And it's almost like the Leo read. I mean, you feel like you got to do it on your own, but I feel like, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to do it on your own. I feel like, you're lacking moderation as well. I mean, this is happening over and over again. You're lacking the ability to see that you can do both. This new rebuild isn't working the way you thought it would because you're not living the way you want to live. but for you coming up before the end of the year, I feel like it is. You are gonna get. You're gonna find yourself again. You're gonna find that balance, and you're gonna know that you don't need nobody. You'd like to have somebody, but you don't need nobody. Um, but I feel like there's gonna be an opportunity. There's gonna be a new love coming in your life, and I do see it gonna be. It is gonna be very. You know, it's gonna be a very strong connection. And I feel like it might be even something you want to move forward with, but I feel like you need to take your time and be careful. But this self-imposed prison, this is all because of this. You're keeping yourself shut in because of this tower moment. You're not willing to move forward, and it's hurting you. It's hurting your stability because you want that in your life. Just because it didn't work the last time doesn't mean it's not going to work this time. Like I said, you're not. You're trying to do too much. You're not seeing these opportunities in front of you. And like I said, when you do, when the universe reaches out to you, you need to listen and understand that you don't need anybody. You don't need anybody in your life, but you want somebody in your life. You're very powerful, you're very strong, and you're very capable of doing it on your own. But that isn't what you want. But you're holding yourself back because of this past tower moment. You're not willing to get out there and get into it. But I feel like good things are happening for the end of the year, and I feel like you're gonna meet a new love. You're gonna meet somebody that's um, gonna come forward to you, and I feel like they're gonna make that offer. And I feel like it's gonna be it's gonna be something that you're gonna want to move forward with. With the Hierophant, I feel like it's gonna be a strong connection. I feel like it might even be somebody that do choose to rebuild with. I do see it coming together, and it's usually a union card of some sort. And I feel like they're gonna help you move forward, but you just gotta allow them in. You gotta open the door. I mean, that self-imposed prison. I mean, people do that to themselves all the time. My advice to you is just change the way you're looking at things. Just realize that you don't need anybody, but that you do want somebody. They're two different things. Wanting somebody and needing somebody are two different things. And the sooner you get that in your head, the sooner you can move forward. And I feel like you're going to move forward just fine, and everything's going to work out. But it's all about that one thought that you couldn't do it on yourself. You need somebody else. You don't. Like the Empress is telling me, you don't need anybody else, but like I said, you do want somebody else. But just make sure you can, my advice is make sure you know the difference, because there is a difference. And I know that you know that, and I'm not talking to you like you're stupid, and I'm not trying to, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to tell you how it is, how I see it. Now, I think we both know that you're smarter than that, for sure. I mean, I know that you are, and I feel like I said, the self-imposed prison's got you thinking at a swords. It's got you thinking, not thinking right and not seeing things clearly. But it's all about perspective. Absolutely 100% about perspective in this case. That's what I got for you. So Libra, yeah, for Libra. What do we have for Libra? What Libras need to know? What do we need to see? Okay, Libra. Okay, so the first thing I see is I see that you've been on top, on top of your financial and your you've been very good being in control of your own finances, your own stability. Um, it's something that you learn to be very good at. Um, I do see that you want to make an offer. Um, but I feel like you're just kind of stuck because you took so long to get to where you're at now by yourself that it's hard to let somebody else in. It's hard to let somebody new in because you don't want them to ruin what you have done. You know what I mean? You got to a place where you're completely content on your own. You know, like I said, you've put in the work and you've done it all yourself. You're very independent. Um, but there is somebody that's caught your eye, and I feel like you're worried about making that offer because you don't want it to change. What has already happened. Um, and I feel like maybe you're even thinking maybe they'll reach out to me. Maybe you'll wait and see if they reach out to me, so that way they're the ones that are wanting you. I don't see them reaching out to you. I feel like you need to reach out to them. I feel like this is a very good opportunity. Um, we get the Sun card. I feel like not taking this opportunity, we get the Justice in reverse. So I feel like it doesn't do you any justice to ignore this. I feel like it is time for you. I feel like just because the only thing that's holding you back is that you worked so hard to get to where you're at by yourself. To rebuild, or just establish yourself the way you are. The persona that you're putting off is you got there on your own. So it's hard to let somebody else in. Um, but like I said, I don't see this person reaching out to you. I feel like you want this person to come to you and make that offer to you because you don't. That way, it's them making the offer to you. But I don't feel like they're gonna reach out to you. I feel like if you want this person, you need to reach out to them. You know, gather up that courage. You know, I feel like you're gonna have a new motivation to reach out to this person. And I feel like when you do, you are going to get together. This person is interested in you. They find you very attractive. But like I said, they're not going to reach out to you because I feel like they might find you intimidating a bit because you are so well put together. And I feel like good things are going to happen. I feel like it's all going to work out, and I feel like it's going to be a very positive new start for you in this situation. But like I said, I feel like, they're not going to reach out to you. You're waiting for them to reach out to you. They're not going to, because I feel like they're intimidated by you. I do see they really do like you. They really have some really strong feelings toward you, but you intimidate them. And it's probably because you're so good independent and maybe they don't want to, they don't want to get rejected because they feel like, sometimes we see people and they get their shit together. It's almost like, am I good enough for this person? And this person ain't gonna come to you. And it's not that they're not good enough. It's because you just got your shit together. Nothing wrong with that. But like I said, take that chance. Get in there. My advice is get in there. Let that person go. Get that person. Go and let that person know. Yeah, what's up. And to be honest, people like when people they think are out of their league come approach them. Like I said, I feel like you've been thinking about this person for a while, and I feel like you've been thinking about making that offer, but you just haven't because like I said, you don't want to fall back from where you're at. But I mean, you got to make that move. And like I said, only good things are coming. I feel like it's going to be a strong connection. Like I said, with the Two of Cups, the Sun cards tell me it's going to be, you got a bright future, but you got to be willing to, step it up. But that's what I got for Libra. On to Scorpio. We have for Scorpio. Scorpio. That one wanted to come out. Here's what we have for Scorpio. Okay. So I feel like maybe, first thing we're going to start with is we get the hangwoman in reverse. I feel like maybe you're in a situation where you're not willing to sacrifice. I feel like, somebody has made you an offer, but they want something from you that you don't want, you don't want to give to them. You don't want to, I get the feeling they want you to commit, more than you're willing to commit at this time. And I feel like, the reason you're not doing it is because you feel like it's going to hurt you. I feel like, you're very stable. And this is going to hurt your stability. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like, you live in moderation, Temperance card. You live very, you're very good at controlling, your stability and your emotions to work well together. But I feel like this person, I'm getting the feeling this person might want you to, give up a job that you have for them, maybe even a move, and you're not willing to do that because you enjoy your job. You enjoy your, you're in, you make money. I feel like they might be more financially, more financially sound than you are. But I feel like you enjoy the money that you make because that's your money. I feel like they want you to give up that. I do see that there's other opportunities that you could you could take. And I feel like this has got you in your head. But I feel like this is going to come to an end. Like I said with the World card, I feel like they're going to give up on trying to change you as much as they have been because they're going to realize they're going to lose you if they do. I feel like you just need to hold your ground. Stay motivated. Stay true to yourself. I feel like they will. You're working hard, and you like what you do. They want you to give that up, and I feel like, at the end of the day, you're gonna get what you wanted. With the Justice card, I feel like being tough right now is gonna justify. You're gonna be rewarded for staying tough. I feel like they don't want to lose you. They're acting like they will walk away if you don't do what they're asking. But I feel like, you need to stay tough. And I feel like I said, I feel like they're going to come around. And I feel like they're going to realize that they either keep pushing you the way they are and they're going to lose you or to accept you how you are. And I feel like staying true to yourself, the best advice I can give you is stay true to yourself. If this is something you want, if this is something you don't want to give up, if somebody ever asks you in a relationship to give up something you don't want to give up and you're dead set against it, don't ever give it up because as soon as you go up one thing for somebody and they feel that control, some people get a little power, control happy. So my advice is stick to your guns. I feel like it's all going to work out and I feel like it's going to work out, before the end of the year. And I don't feel like you need to be, I don't feel like it's going to even last that long. You know what I mean? I feel like I said, stick to your guns. Don't ever change. I mean, sometimes it's okay if it's a little tiny change. Somebody wants you to, change one little thing and it's not a big deal to you. Then, it's free will. Make a decision. Are you willing to lose this person over this? But I feel like this person trying to make you change something that you do like, um, something that you really do enjoy, for them, obviously they wouldn't care that much about you if they did walk away. So I don't feel like this person is going to walk away. I do feel like they care about you. But like I said, I feel like it's kind of like it's a little game they're playing right now. So I feel like you just need to stay strong and tell them that is what you're doing. You're sticking to what you want to do. You like what you do. That's your shit. They don't like it. Pack their bags, move out, move on, ship up, or you know what I mean. Ship up or shape up or ship out. That's my advice for you, Scorpio. On a Sagittarius. All right, what do we have for Sagittarius universe? What do we have for Sagittarius? Here's what we have for Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. So, first thing I see right now you recently got into an opportunity, a partnership, and I feel like it's going well, and I feel like it's gonna go, it's gonna get better. Um, I feel like you kind of gave up going out, and you kind of decided to not spend any time going out and having fun, because right now you're all about that stability. You're all about that money. You want to take this opportunity as far as you can take it, and I feel like you know sometimes I feel like you're having troubles with that. You're missing out on this, on the emotional side, because you did give up. You did give up going out. You've been stuck in and putting 150% into this partnership, and I feel like it is going to get better. You are going to get to where you want to be, but sometimes when we're working really hard to get somewhere, sometimes we have to let everything else go to the side. I feel like it's not going to hurt you. I feel like it's a good call. um I feel like you might even give up a strong relationship for this, but I feel like they just weren't, anything that you gave up to get where you want to be in this, it was worth it, because I feel like it's going to be something that's going to be really great for you. It's going to take you to a place that you wanted to be, and it's something that's important to you. um I feel like with a Sagittarius, I feel like it's just your stubbornness that got you as far as it's as far as you've come so far. That's that stubbornness. um like I said, you gave up going out, you gave up social activities, because you're 150% dedicated to what you're doing right now. But I feel like, you know, like I said, sometimes you're in your head thinking that you gave up emotions, and I mean, that part of it is part of the sacrifice that you got to make to get where you want to go. Um, but I feel like that's going to come to an end. I feel like once you reach the plateau of where you wanted to be, once this really takes off, which I do see happening with the King of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like it is going to take off, and it is going to be as successful as you thought it was going to be. And I feel like this whole emotional, wall that you put up to keep all emotions out, that's going to come to an end, and you're going to allow yourself to, find the magician's gonna have an opportunity for you, and I feel like you know you're gonna. This is all helping you with Ten of Cups to build that family. To build a stable foundation for you to move forward. So I know sometimes it's gonna seem like you gave up a lot, and sometimes it's gonna be hard. Some days you're gonna wake up and you're gonna say, like, was it worth it? Is it gonna be worth it? Like, is this gonna be profitable? I see it is gonna be very profitable for you. It's gonna. I feel like it's gonna exceed what you thought was gonna happen out of this. But like I said, sometimes we have to give up things to move forward. And I feel like I said, with the Justice card, I feel like you made the right choice. Um, and I feel like I said, with the World card, that's going to all come to an end soon. You you missed out on all these opportunities, and you missed out on the emotional side, and not only emotion as in love, but as in friendships and all this stuff. That's just going to the side for a minute. That's not going away. That's just to the side. You know, I feel like I said, that's going to come to an end. This whole wanting, you're missing out on this, the emotional side of it. I feel like it's going to come to an end. And I feel like the magician is going to start, showing you that what you were doing was just starting a foundation, was just building something, because sometimes we jump into love broke, and that's not healthy. And sometimes we jump into work and we give up everything and it doesn't pan out, and that's not healthy either. You got to have a balance. That's why that temperance card is the Sagittarius energy, and that is because of the fact that it's moderation. But I feel like right now you're making the right choice. Build up. You're going to be very successful. This partnership is going to be great for you. But like I said, it's not always going to be like this. Right now, you're just feeling lonely because you gave up so much for it. But I feel like the reward well outweighs the risk. So that's my advice for you, Sagittarius. Capricorn. Okay. So first thing I see is we get the Ten of Swords. Something's got you feeling defeated. I feel like, emotionally, you feel like you've already walked away. Um, you know, I feel like you're involved with somebody that is completely about their money. They're completely engulfed in their finances, and you know what I mean. Like I feel like that's got you feeling defeated because they're not making you feel important anymore. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, your cups aren't being filled with this person. So I feel like emotionally you've already walked away. I feel like they've already cut ties with you long ago. But I feel like emotionally you're walking away, and I see you know this is going to help you find balance. As soon as you realize that this person is all about their money, um, and the reason you're feeling defeated, the reason you're feeling down, is because this person is about the money, and it's making you feel bad because you want them to be all about you. But like I said, they're not filling your cups. They're no longer filling those cups for you. Sometimes people just grow apart. I feel like you need to find your balance. And I feel like, you know, there's new opportunities coming for you. You just need to take that time and wait. And I feel like when you do, you know, find your balance and do realize that, good things come to those who wait. I feel like, it's going to make it easier to move on from this person. You know, I got the Empress card. You just need the Empress. I feel like it's about when you find your balance and you realize how important you are and how special you are and how, you know, very, unique you are. And this person lost sight of that. I feel like this person lost sight of that. They became very money hungry. And like I said, they're not filling your cups anymore. They're not treating you like the princess or the prince or the king or the queen. They're not making you feel like that anymore. And I feel like emotionally you've already walked away. And like I said, you need to find your balance because, you felt defeated. That led you to emotionally walking away. Now you need to find balance again. You need to be patient because you're not going to find it right away. But I feel like, very shortly, you're going to get back to where you're going to realize how, you know, how special that you are. This person made you lose sight of that because they didn't treat you like that no more. And I feel like, you might even blame yourself. But you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna get there. Just need a little patience. As soon as you walk away, you've already emotionally walked away. You just got to finish the journey. And I feel like when you do, you got a lot of good things coming. And I feel like I said, we got the Ten of Pentacles as well. So not only is your future bright, and your future is going to be a lot brighter without this person holding you back, because you are special. You need to understand that. You need to own that. And if they're not willing to see it, like I said, you need to walk away. And I feel like you already emotionally walked away. You just need to finish that journey. And then just be patient. I feel like before the end of the year, you're going to find your confidence again. You're going to realize it's their loss. But my advice to you is just, finish that journey. You've already emotionally walked away. They're all about their money. They don't fulfill you anymore. And I don't feel like that is going to get better because I feel like I said, sometimes we drift apart from each other. And I feel like this is what happened here. I feel like they went down a financial and, financial road, all about the money. And, it's not somewhere you want to go with them. And you want love. That Nine of Cups in reverse, you want love, and they ain't giving it to you no more. And like I said, you've emotionally already walked away. I feel like, you might even be having feelings for them anymore. But just finish that journey. Be patient. The universe is gonna show you the signs, and like I said, you're gonna get that confidence again. You're gonna be back to feeling like you should. Where if they're not willing to give to you, then you shouldn't be willing to give to them. But I feel like it is all going to work out. You just need to be patient. With the Three of Wands, you need to wait. You're not just going to get rid of this person and just magically feel great. You just got to give it time. So that's what I got for you, Capricorn. And Aquarius. What? Okay. Okay with you, Rose? Rose to rose gold. Sounds like an upgrade. Can you do that, Rose? Fierce. Oh, I have to do it. Just one second here. Thanks, Rose Gold. All right, so Aquarius. I think I did it right. Aquarius. Okay, so first thing I see is you've had a tower moment, and I feel like it left you heartbroken. But I feel like this tower moment's already had happened. I feel like it's something that's from your past, and it left you feeling heartbroken for a while. But I feel like you know it's it wasn't like it's a matter of right now you need to find your balance again. You need to find your value. And I feel like this person, was bad for you. I feel like they had stolen your motivation. And I feel like maybe even spiritually they have you feeling all out of sorts. And I feel like the heartbreak really took you hard because it was, like I said, I feel like it was a very tragic time for you because it did break your heart. And like I said, it's all about right now is all about finding your balance. But I feel like this is all over. I feel like this has happened, and the heartbreak isn't new. It's something that's kind of starting to work its way to your system, and you are going to find that balance. But like I said, this person stole your motivation. They stole some of your spirituality. But what I do see now, this is the good part, is you have opportunities, and I feel like with these opportunities, there's going to be a new offer. Now stick with me here because this is getting good. Now with this new offer, this person, I feel like this person is very, very close. Is as close to ready for this as you are. And I feel like you're gonna help each other. But I also got the Lovers card, so I feel like not only is this new love that's gonna manifest itself to you, it's gonna be very clear who this person is. I feel like you're gonna realize you have options, and I feel like one of these options is gonna be a very good option. I get a soulmate connection with the Lovers card, and I feel like you're gonna feel very fulfilled by this person with the Nine of Cups. And I feel like not only are you gonna feel fulfilled, not only is it a soulmate connection, but I feel like it is somebody that you can see yourself, getting together with. This is a union card, the Hierophant. So I feel like not only are you gonna get with this person's gonna grow with you, and like this person's been hurt before, and I feel like this is gonna be a very good connection for you because they're gonna understand. You were hurt, they were hurt. Together, you guys are gonna help each other heal. And like I said, it's a new love. And this new love, I'm getting a strong water sign. I usually try not to give too many signs out unless I feel it for sure, but I'm pretty positive this could be a water sign. So check whoever you think it might be. Like when you meet them, check their charts. But like I said, I also feel like this person, not only is it going to be a new love, but it's going to be a strong soulmate connection. You guys are going to fill each other's cups, and we also get the Hierophant. So I feel like it could potentially be something really, really, really strong. It could be, the Hierophant usually it represents union. It could be moving in together. It could be a marriage. But I feel like it's going to grow, and I feel like you're going to reach that point before the end of the year. But like I said, you're going to know who it is because you're going to feel that strong, strong bond with this person right off. And I feel like it's maybe, like I said, I feel like they've been hurt before too. And I feel like that's what's going to connect you. That's the first thing that's going to connect you guys together is, you have shared a hurt before, and you both know what it feels like. Um, and I feel like that's gonna, both your past hurt is gonna help you grow together. So my advice to you is just find your balance. Keep a lookout for this person. Pay attention to the signs, and when it feels right, it is. I feel like I said, this person has been hurt before, so they understand where you've been, and I feel like that's what's going to bring you guys closer together. So that's what I have for Aquarius, and now we're going to Pisces. All right, universe, what do we have for Pisces? Okay, first thing I see is we got the self-prison again. I feel like the reason you're wondering why you're not moving forward right now. I feel like you've been in your head about it, is because you got yourself tied up. You're not willing to, the Eight of Swords is about, you're feeling trapped, but it's all about you. You're the one that's got yourself in that situation. I feel like the reason that you got yourself in that situation is because of the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, you're looking at missed opportunities. You're looking at, the negatives, but you're missing the positives. With the Five of Cups, you're looking at, those spilt cups, those broken cups, those cups that were missed opportunities. They weren't missed opportunities. They were supposed to happen the way they were, and you're still staring at them. You're not looking at the two cups that are full for you. But I feel like I feel like you are moving past. You are going to move past that very shortly. It was just poor judgment. We all have those moments. I feel like there was somebody, you were involved in, and you put too much faith in that person, and when that person let you down, you felt like it was your fault. So that's self prison. And it took away some motivation for you to, move forward, because you feel like there was something lacking in you. And I feel like they might even indicate to you that it was your fault. But we got the High Priestess. So I feel like intuition is going to kick in for you. And I feel like it's going to kick in really soon. And you're going to realize you see right through the bullshit. You're going to realize it ain't about you. It was them. It was all them. The reason it didn't work out didn't have anything to do with you. And I feel like when you do get past that moment, the magician's going to have, start work for you. And I feel like there's going to be opportunities. And I feel like it's going to be, not only is going to be an opportunity, but I feel like it's going to be a new start for a new foundation for you. Somewhere where you can work together. Somewhere, somebody that you can move forward with, that sees your best qualities and allows you to grow. Not somebody that holds you back. I feel like this past person, not only, they were blaming you, they're making you feel guilty about things that weren't your fault. But this new person is going to help you start that foundation of rebuilding yourself. And I feel like, it's going to be somebody that you're going to want to spend, like I said, this person from your past got you in that self prison, and you need to realize it is a self prison, and you thinking that you can't get out, and you thinking that this person, blaming you, it was your fault. That's all poor judgment. We all fall victim to it, especially when we really care about somebody. We allow them to have too much say in our life, and I feel like this person was just, maybe even I get some narcissistic energy from this past person. They only cared about themselves, and instead of making themselves look bad, they made you feel guilty. But like I said, you are going to get past that. Mission is going to start something new for you, and I feel like I said, it's going to be something that you needed to, that you wanted, but just you weren't ready for it right away. You're not ready for it right now, but I feel like before the end of the year, you will be ready for it. And when you are, you're going to realize that this person was full of shit. That this past person, you're going to know the secrets, and you're going to realize that if they weren't ready for you, that was their problem. And like I said, this new person is going to help you build a foundation, going to help build you up. And this person, I feel like not only are they going to build you up, but I also get the Hierophant again. So I feel like not only are they going to help build you up, but I feel like, they're going to take you to a place where you never really thought you would be. Hierophant usually means a union, as in like marriage or moving in together. But I don't feel like that's what it is right away. I don't feel like that's what the Hierophant represents in this case. I feel it is they're going to make you feel like you're worthwhile again, and they're going to make you feel complete. And I feel like the union is you being able to come together with yourself, and they're going to help you get there. So that's what I have for Pisces. And like I said, my advice for you is to not let other people affect you. I feel like this past person that, made you feel guilty, made you feel like you were wrong, was just a narcissist. And narcissists don't give a shit about nobody but themselves. They will never take blame. They will always put the blame on you. And I feel like that's all that was. So this self-prison that you got yourself in is just that. You have the keys. That's why it's called a self-prison. You have the keys. You can walk at any time, but you got to stop blaming yourself. So that's my advice for you. And that's all the signs. Whew. This is awful draining. So how's everybody's night? Thanks, Rose. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Crystal. What's up? Hey, Tammy. Hey, Annette. Thanks for watching. Corinda is still here. Corinda. Got another shirt, Tammy. You like that one? Figure you might. Yeah, I'm feeling better, Vicky, for sure. Thanks. Yeah, I'll when I do load it, Crystal, I will put the timestamps on it. When I'm done here, I'll put the timestamps on you right away. Yeah, Vicky, I was feeling fine. I just, like I said, it was just the throat. Just that, just having the heat on for the first time of the year usually puts that dust in the air and just, gives me that sore throat. No, I don't go to the doctor. I'm feeling good. Like, I'm good except for that tickle in my throat, but like that yesterday, I didn't want to continue that live read because it was just, I would have kept coughing, and I don't want to watch somebody cough, and I doubt anybody else wants to watch me cough, and it interrupts the read. But yeah, I figured I'd just take the night off last night and back at her today. But thanks for asking, guys. I really appreciate your concern. So what's good? How's everybody's night? How's your Friday night? Just 1 sec. I got these things I'll show you, help you. So I tried. Yeah, I tried that, Crystal. Thanks. It's Saturday night here. I tried all these mints. I tried like the Halls, vitamin C. I tried the honey and vanilla Halls. I tried all these different things, but I'll tell you one thing, that these things are amazing. Just got these today, the Benylin sore throat. They're just these like little tiny like mints, and oh my god, they help. Yeah, I had some tea last night. I had some green tea with lemon and honey. I found that really helped. Yeah. Actually, Tammy, what I've been thinking, this is just something I've been thinking about. So what I was thinking is I'm pretty close to 1,000 now, and when I hit 1,000, what I want to do is, for the appreciation for everybody helping me out, and being really cool, and showing me all this love, is I was gonna have a giveaway, and I actually went today and bought another one of those Led Zeppelin shirts with the hair, or with the hermit on it. I don't know if everybody's caught my live, but I'll show you what I mean. Most of you probably already know what I'm talking about, but it's a Led Zeppelin shirt and has a hermit on it. The reason I wanted to do that, and have a giveaway, and maybe 3 or 4 of those shirts, send it out to anybody that wins, and the reason I wanted to do the hermit is because over the last 2 months, Virgo has been blowing everybody out of the water. I'm getting 2,000 views per video from the Virgos, so it's kind of like a little competition, and the Virgos would show me the most love, so I figured, why not get a shirt with some Virgo energy on it. And my past reads, if you want to know what it looks like, I don't have them here. If you want to know what it looks like, I do have a read where I do have the shirt on, because I bought one for myself. But yeah, they are really cool. But yeah, it's basically this, and it says Led Zeppelin. It's really sharp. I like it. But so what I was thinking about doing, and then every month after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find something that represents the sign that give me the most love, the most views that month. So that way it makes it a little fun for you guys, like, to have the competition. But yeah, so that was just something I was thinking about doing. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but yeah, Virgos, it's crazy. Like I said, I have videos with 2,300 views. But everybody else is starting to really pep up now. So I feel like next month it's going to be, a pretty tight, a little more tight of a race. But yeah, I figured, I do want to spread the love and show everybody the appreciation for, getting me this far, because without you guys, I wouldn't be anywhere. I think last I checked, I was at 880 subscribers, and it blows my mind. I started doing this hopefully to, reach a few people, and I didn't think it was going to blow up like it did. But a lot of people have been, helping me out along the way. I did a little bit of work in the, asking the questions, reading up about stuff, and stuff like that. But that's only some of the work. The rest of the work is everybody else showing me the love, reaching out to me and showing me support. And and there's other people like this tarot family that I've been introduced to since I started doing tarot. It's just amazing people. People are so awesome. And people have been donating to me. People have been getting personal reads and giving back to me and giving me great reviews, and really confirming that The thought that I thought I had great intuition my whole life, and I feel like it's only getting stronger. And not only is tarot a way for me to help other people, but it's been helping me. I feel like I used to deal with a lot of anxiety when I was young. I used to deal with like different things like that, but I feel like tarot's been just so helpful, helping me out. You know what I mean? Like I feel so more at peace. I have better sleeps. I sleep better now. I just feel like I'm doing what I wanted to do. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy helping people. Um, but like I said, everybody's been helping me just as much as way more than I could ever imagine they would. You know, I love when people reach out and show me the love, and I realize that like the tarot community is just so opening and welcoming, and just there's so many good readers out there. Like you know, there's so many that help me, and there's so many that I watched before I actually started doing my own tarot. So, and I mean, like, there's so many people I don't even know where I would start to name, but I mean that, like, you know, um, Rose helped me a lot. Fierce Tarot. Um, I used to watch Water Baby a lot. Secret Tarot. Um, Chris. Um, Minnow. Ramblin' Mike. Hello, everybody. He was one of my first, actually. I really like him. He's got such great energy. How long have I been doing tarot? Probably only was that I've been starting doing reads for people was probably about 6 months. I started YouTube about 2 months ago. Before that, I used to do read for before 6 months, I used to do reads for like friends and stuff like that. And then I started getting into doing reads like for people I know, like other than just friends, like other people. I got a lot of good feedback, so I figured I'd branch out to YouTube. And like I said, the learning curve is really something that I was pretty afraid of because I'm not much into computers, but it all comes pretty natural and it all comes pretty easy when you actually take the time to read about it. Yeah, so those readers I named, I used to watch Rich a lot, Tyler's Tarot. I watch Allie's Tarot. And I know Leon does a little bit of different thing, but I like watching him. Leo Fire 555. Marky Marks Tarot. I like he's a good guy. I like checking him out. He's always good for fun. Mike Ramblin' Mike Rose. Ramblin' Mike's Tarot. But yeah, and then I met new people since then that are coming up along. And I try to spread the love to all like the new people that are starting out now. Like I know I'm not old by any means in the tarot business, but there's people that are just starting every day, and I try to show them love as well because that's what helped me in the beginning. Edith's intuitive tarot, I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure. She was really she came into a lot of my beginning reads and gave me some advice and helped me. I've always been an introvert. You know what I mean? I've always been kind of introverted. I keep to myself until I get to know somebody. So YouTube was a big adjustment for me. To put myself out there. Because I've seen other YouTube channels, not tarot, but just other YouTube channels, and I've seen so many trolls and so many people say mean things. Like I watched this video, like this is gonna sound silly, but there's this little kid playing a guitar. He was 6, and somebody said something really mean, and I was like, "What kind of people say something mean to a 6-year-old playing a guitar?" Like, there's people out there that just say mean shit. But when I got into the tarot world, I realized that everybody backs each other up. having great mods, help you out. Um, and there's not that many people. Like I've only met one troll so far, but like he came in and he just had a nasty name and he just said a bunch of stupid stuff and then he was gone and I was like, but like that's why I was scared because this 6-year-old got some trolls. You know what I mean? The 6-year-old playing a guitar, this little kid, the cutest little thing in the world, him playing a guitar, playing his heart out. I can't play guitar like this kid, and he's playing his guitar. How would anybody have anything nasty to say? So I was thinking to myself, well, if I go out and do tarot, then do my own YouTube channel, there's gonna be a lot of nasty comments. And I don't know how I'm gonna be able to deal with that. And it's not because I'm not very sensitive. I'm pretty thick skinned, but I this is how I like when I started. If you watch my first videos, I'm getting a lot better. I'm not there yet. I'm getting a lot better at my delivery. But like I like to tell people is I've always played sports. I've always been in mixed martial arts. So regular me, I'm a really nice guy. I bend over backwards for people. I have a really soft side. But when I'm doing anything like when I'm playing sports or when I'm doing jiu-jitsu or when I'm doing my readings, I'm not gonna bullshit you because I don't think that's fair to you. So sometimes it comes off like I'm kind of an ass. I don't mean it to. I just want to get that message across, and some people just need that little oomph. You know what I mean? And sometimes when I see cards, I get a whole story in my head, and sometimes I'm like, this person ain't gonna listen unless I tell them straight. And I try not to bullshit people because I don't want to waste your time. But then when I'm done the reading, I'm back to being just a regular person again. But when I'm doing my readings, I want to get the point across, and I don't want to have to hum and haw and people not take me seriously. Because when I draw cards, I see a story in my head. I see I see I see this all unfolding in my head. I see how it should go, and I see how it's gonna go, and I just try to get that point across as quickly as possible. But I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to sugarcoat it because that ain't gonna do you justice. I want to give it to you just how I see it. That way you can have all the tools you need to make a conscious decision. Now, it might not be what you want to hear, but just know that whenever I give you a reading and it's something you don't want to hear, just remember, I'm being honest. And honesty isn't always pretty, but honesty is always honesty. So you hear things, Annette? I've always heard things and I smell things. Does that make sense? Like sometimes I smell my nanny used to use this certain perfume. And sometimes I get the feeling like she's around me and I get that smell in my nose and I can't shake it. And I don't know anybody else that wears that perfume. So it's not like and it's when I'm at home or when I'm out somewhere where there's nobody else around. And I hear things. But I hear things like, I don't know if this is weird. I don't know if this is normal. I've never really done any research on it, but like my nanny, she used to listen to Patsy Cline, and there's a song, "Walking After Midnight." Randomly, I'll start singing it in my head. And numbers, yeah, I see numbers all the time. The other day, I had a video. There was 770 views and 77 likes. And I see stuff like that, like 333, 444, 1111, and it's so cool. I actually started reading up about numerology and stuff, but I have dreams as well. I have dreams about things that I don't know anything about. Dreams about people's lives that I don't know anything about. But yeah, I don't. That's why I got into tarot, because there's so many things that happen. Like since I was a kid, I always suffered from night terrors. Um, and then I realized later on in life that it wasn't necessarily night terrors. It was just I was taking it the wrong way. But yeah, like smelling things, hearing things. I don't see things. Like I don't see things when I'm awake. That's one thing I don't. I haven't witnessed anything like that yet. Um, I see things when I'm sleeping. I sleep. I smell things. I hear things. Like um, my grandfather used to smoke a pipe, and sometimes I'll smell the pipe, and sometimes I get smells I don't even know what the smells are, but they're not something anybody else smells. So that's why I got into you know reading a lot about a lot of different things, and it's very interesting. And tarot's the only thing that made sense to me. Yeah, and that's it's scary though. Like I don't know if you ever had that when you first started, like before you understood what it was. Did you ever like? Did it ever freak you out? Did it ever freak you out to like you? I don't know. It was hard to explain. Like I didn't know what it was. I thought there was something wrong with me, and that's what I think. I think that's why I had a hard time with it when I was young. Yeah, like it freaked me out. I thought I was weirdo. I thought, you know what I mean? I was afraid that there was something wrong with me. But then I realized that it's nothing to be afraid of. It's a gift, you know. And Raquel, I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Raquel. Um, when I pull cards, I see the hardest thing for me with tarot is I see a whole picture. Now it's to get the picture from here to here to you, and that's what I'm getting better at. Yeah, and it's sad because there's so many people out there that don't understand. They don't understand, and they got this great gift, and they think it's a curse. Like I always thought it was a curse, but then I realized that it's all about how you take it and repeat it. Yeah, that's what one thing I realized about tarot too is like I said, Leon, he's more he does the pendulum, and he does like um you know animal cards, and animal spirit cards and stuff like that. And there's so many people that do different things, and it's pretty cool. Like he does do tarot cards as well, but I mean it's not I like seeing people that do different things. I see like people that have different visions. I try to support everybody, even if it doesn't resonate with me. I go in there and I give them like a couple love tarot. Cindy, hey, hey, Cindy. But yeah, it's all about what you're willing to do with it. Um, it's a gift, so I think that everybody should. If you feel like you have anything at all, you should look into it and explore it. Yeah, I never got into the pendulum. Um, I do like. I will like to look into it. I've been getting into numerology, life numbers, angel numbers. I've been looking into that a lot lately. Um, but like I said, I found so many answers in dealing with when I actually started exploring the universe, exploring different things. Yeah, that's one thing. Um, you're right, Cindy. That's one thing I noticed. Like, um, like I just did all sides. It took about an hour and 20 minutes, and but but I enjoy the drain because, like I said, I was a functional, highly functional insomniac is what my doctor called me my whole life. I can go on 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Since I started doing tarot, that drain helps me get sleepy. And I think that's why I had such a hard time sleeping before because my mind was always working. There's things that needed to get out that I couldn't get out. And now that I have a way to get it out, I find that drain is I love it. So what do you guys think about these cards? I like them. Pretty. I don't know how many you guys use these. I think they're really pretty, really colorful. I know her. Oh, she just turned 2 on the 21st. I have another daughter, and she's 14. But my little girl, mine and Fierce's daughter, she's 2. And then we have an 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old son. Yeah, I really like them. I thought they were nice. I ordered, oh, look at this. I don't know. Things are really cool. The obsidian glass. I got that for Rose a while ago. I really like that. So Crystal, how is it having 2 daughters that close to age? I know our 2 sons are brutal. They fight all the time. I always wonder what having 2 daughters close to age is like. Like, I suppose they're more verbally, they get along quite well. And look at the strength card. That's pretty. Death card. Yeah, I really like it. Fight over clothes. Yeah, my boys fight over everything. They play hockey. They're in jiu-jitsu as well. I put them in there because I want them to harness that negative energy they always, because they're either best friends or they tear each other apart. It's rough. Leo on a Sag. Yeah, mine are Jack is or Gavin is an Aries and Jack is a Leo. So they're both fire. And then our daughter is a Libra. But she since she's since she turned about 1.5, she kind of took over. I'm having a little girl. Oh, congratulations, Raquel. Taurus, a Leo. Yeah, that's little girls are. Quinn, that's our little girl, Quinn. She is awesome. She is full of, you know what I mean. She tells the boys what to do. She controls everybody. Like, she comes in the room and she wants to. It's her time to watch a show. Like, we let her watch The Wiggles. It's big. She gets her half-hour Wiggles time a day, and when it's her time, she comes in and tells everybody it's her time. Oh, that's awesome, Annette. Yeah, I see. That's. I mean, it's the thing is what I don't like and with doctors is sometimes like um, my aunt had cerebral palsy and she had other things wrong with her as well. But I remember when she was 3, they told her not to expect much. You know that she probably wouldn't live long, um, and basically gave up on her. And every time they seen her after that, like when she was 3, they seen her. Oh, she won't live to be 5. She won't live to be 6. She won't live to be 8. She won't live to be 10. My aunt lived to be 38, and she was a beautiful soul. Um, she was trapped inside her own mind because she couldn't really talk. She couldn't move around quite well, but she was given no hope to move any further. And my grandmother never accepted that. So, I mean, medicine and doctors can only take you so far, and they can only tell you so much. I've seen so many miracles. I've seen so many things happen that weren't meant to happen. I mean, there's bad things in the world, but there's also really great things that happen. Like, there's so many things that my sister wasn't supposed to have kids, but they said she'd never conceive because she had cancer on one of her ovaries. Or I can't I don't want to say that she had cancer. I was really young when it happened to her because she's 10 years older than me. She had cancer in her stomach somewhere. I don't want to say exactly where because I'm not sure because um, she doesn't talk about it. But I remember they told her she couldn't have kids, and then she had a son. So, I mean, they told her it wouldn't happen. And they, like she says all the time, I got a 19-year-old son. Tell me that couldn't happen. My niece has this too. They said she wouldn't walk, talk, ride her bike. She was 24. She does all that and more. Yeah. Like, if you go on my Facebook, actually, it's pretty. It goes along with what we're talking about. What I was talking about how don't ever, give up. But on my Facebook, I posted this video. This little girl, she couldn't see when she was born, but they did a surgery, and the video was of them taking the gauze off the eyes, and it was the first time she could get to see, and it was beautiful. Like it's beautiful, this little girl couldn't see nothing her whole life, and then it was just, I'm not a crier, but I felt like it. Yeah, like problem is like I know I talked with some people the other day and we had this talk. They said, "Oh, the world is, going to the dump, and there's so much bad in the world." I'm like, that's because everybody acknowledges the bad. Everybody talks about the bad, and because everybody talks about the bad, it's manifesting more bad. You know, there's lots of good things going on in the world. People don't talk about it because apparently that isn't news. But there's so many beautiful things like your daughter having kids, and they said that she wouldn't, and you know, um, and Raquel, like your little girl is a miracle. Like that's amazing. Really happy for you. I think everybody that wants kids should have kids. Like I love my kids. I every one of them was planned. Um, I would have had more, um, but it's a matter of I don't want to ever be in a situation where I don't have enough for my kids. So I got to a good amount of kids. Like I got to where I had the kids that I wanted to have. I thought it was cool. Yeah, Crystal, thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, Rose. I'm starting another channel, and that's all gonna be about. My other channel is gonna. It's not gonna be about tarot or anything like that. It's gonna be about um, you know, every time I go live, I'm gonna have a list of things that I've researched and found that happened that particular week. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna have discussions about these positive things. And the way I look at it is, if 10 people watch my video, that's 10 people that are seeing new positive things, and they can go to their work or to their friends, and they can talk about those 10 things we talked about the night before. And the best way to kill or to get rid of the darkness in the world is to fill it with light. So every one person, like I said, if 10 people come in and watch the live and have a conversation with me, that's 10 people that are going to go and share that the next day. Yeah, the change of weather. Yeah, it's. I started having this cold, the cough, pretty much when the weather dropped a couple days ago. Well, that's all it is, Rose. Like honestly, do you when you go on the news, how often do you see good stuff? It's all negative. Killers here, terrorists there, um, robberies here, crime rates up. You know, there's so much good shit going on in the world. Nobody's talking about it. Like on a public forum, nobody's talking about it. Um, most YouTube channels um, are about pranks and people doing things to other people, and like some of the pranks that I watch, they're not funny. I wouldn't want that done to me. Or you know, like I like watching the restored faith in humanity videos. I like those. I try to fill my day up with positive things. Yeah, like Crystal, you don't hear any good, and if you do hear any good, it's very rare. But like I said, I want to do something where I do like I do a live, and I'll find all good things that week. I'll make a list of things that I've heard about in that past week, and then I'll talk about it because that's what I would like to do. Yeah, like all that negative, Tim. You're right, because all that negativity is just planting seeds in your head, and that's what makes people think that we're worse off than we are. We're not worse off than we are. There's a lot of good people in the world. We just don't talk about them, and I think we should. I think they deserve to be talked about. I don't think like I don't know. People might not agree with me. You guys might not agree with me, but watching the movies about serial killers and where they glorify them, and giving them a movie, like that's sick. Like I don't know. I honestly believe that it's a matter of what we fill our heads with. Araceli, is that right? Araceli. Sorry, I'm not very good at pronouncing names. Yeah, but like I said, like a couple lives ago, I was talking with a lot of people on here, and I was saying tomorrow go out and find a good story, and then spread that story tomorrow, like just as a test, and you'll see, like you know, do something nice for somebody, do something positive tomorrow. Do one thing. And if everybody, like, you know, that's why I don't understand. Like, there's some people on YouTube and they just it's all about money and it's all about thing. Take your platform. Like, there's one guy I really like, and I know some people might not agree with me, but there's a guy. His name is Big Dawes, and what he does is he does these little videos where he gives away things. Like, he made a lot of money from YouTube. So what he does is he goes out. Hey, Frankie. He goes out and he buys um, like laptops, say, and he goes to universities and he gives laptops to university students that don't have them. Um, well, think about this, Clorinda. The way I look at it is, if you go, say, you're at work and you talk to your friends about something like, you know, something really, really positive, um, and they go spread that to their families, it's like the butterfly effect, like you said, and that reaches out everywhere. Like, that goes so much further than where you think it's going to go. Or if you go out and do something nice for somebody tomorrow, like something, go out of your way, something like go out of your way. I'm not saying go buy them or give them money or anything else, but just, you see somebody having trouble carrying their groceries to the car, put the cart away for them, give them a hand, or you know, just anything. You go to catch a cab and there's somebody there that looks like they might need it a little more than you, a little more in a rush than you. Give them your cab. Just anything. Just any little thing, and that changes you. That changes them, and that changes anybody they touch the rest of that day. Just like just like think about, yeah, for sure, Tammy, for sure. Um, you know, think about, you go out and you treat somebody like shit, then they treat somebody else like shit, and then that person, it's a whole chain of shit. But if you go out and treat somebody nice, like, or even just go out and say, you see some girl, she, some lady or some guy, and he looks like he's having a hard day. Just say, you're doing a good job, or somebody you work for, you're doing a good job, or, hey, you all right? And if you do that, little things, the way I look at it, this is how I try to live my life. Live every day like it's Christmas, is the way you treat people. Especially around here, people say Merry Christmas to you. They say hi to you. You go to your way. And you don't even have to do anything nice. You can just go up and say, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day? You know what I mean? How you feeling? Oh, you all right? You look like something. You're having a bad day. You all right? Anything. It doesn't take much. It takes less energy to be nice than it does to be an asshole. Yeah, like where I'm from, Canada, like the town I'm in is pretty good that way. Everybody knows each other. Everybody says hi. Everybody that works at those stores. Like, it's a really small, small town. Um, so it's pretty good that way. But when you go in the bigger cities, I find like people like just don't care. Like, people will run you over to get like them Black Friday sales, and you see people run each other over for a friggin' toy. Like, who gives a shit? If your kid doesn't get that toy, I don't think it's gonna make them any less of a person than they already are. Maybe not getting that toy would be a good thing. Like, my kids, the way I raise my kids is, if you act like a fool, if you act like you don't deserve nothing, if you are disrespectful, then I'm not gonna give you anything for that. Um, you know what I mean? I have no, I don't reward bad behavior, because rewarding bad behavior is telling your kid what. Um, I believe I love my kids. I believe everybody should show your kids love, but there comes a point when I wonder if being too lovable, too giving, too understanding, and too, you know, babying them too much is also a bad thing. I mean, I'm not saying you should loving your kids too much is a bad thing. Thousand Island Bridge. I don't even know where that's at in that. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't think loving your kid too much is ever going to be a problem. But sometimes you have to love your kid enough to say no. Period. Like kids nowadays are, I've seen so many kids and they're little shits. Like I had a kid the other day, threw a rock at this car. I was walking by and this kid he didn't I don't think he meant to throw it at the car, but when he threw it, he almost hit this car. And like he was just chucking rocks and he was kicking them and stuff. He was just this little kid. And I said, hey bud, you be careful, you don't hit somebody in the car, you could hurt somebody or something. And he told me to go F myself. And this was at the bus stop, right? And his mom was just over there and I'm like, your kid just told me to go F myself. And she's like, well, what was he doing? I'm like, oh, he was chucking rocks and kicking rocks and stuff. So anyway, she calls the kid over and she's like, did you say that to him? She's like, I wasn't doing anything wrong. He just come over and started bugging me. And I was like, why would I bug some little kid? And then she's like, why don't you mind your business? This is what she tells me. And I'm like, you know what I mean? When I was a kid, I remember if I was out with my mom and I was giving my mom a hard time, the guy next to me would look at me and tell me he's gonna kick my ass. Talk to your mother right, I'll kick your ass. And my mom wouldn't say a word. She let it happen because that's about like that whole saying. It takes a village to raise children. It's not one person. It can't be one person. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Annette. You learn by, you learn if you're gonna let your kids get away with murder, well, life's gonna be hard for them. You're not doing them any favors because they're not gonna get away with murder when they get older. Yeah, but see, Corinne, I think what it is my parents were really strict. My dad was really strict, and probably so is your parents. They're a lot more strict and a lot more about respect, and they drove that home so hard that we tried to be the opposite. But we should have found them. We should, be in the middle. I don't know. I feel like there's a middle ground that we missed somewhere. I feel like we're being too. They were maybe some generations were too hard, and then some generations were too soft to counter that out. But like nowadays, you can go out tomorrow and find 100 things that offend you, and there's people out there that will. Everything offends them. Everything you say offends them. There used to be a time when you could have an opinion. Now you can't. Now it's a hate speech. I like we talked about something the other day, and when I said my buddy was talking with this other guy, and we were just talking about something at work, and this one guy said to the other guy, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to vote for this person because they believe in bringing all these immigrants in and taking all the jobs and blah blah blah." And the other guy said, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, you're a racist." And I mean, the guy had a valid point why he thought that, and there's nothing wrong with him thinking that. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying the other guy was right. I'm just saying why is it so wrong for somebody to have an opinion as long as they're voicing their opinion in a respectful way? Yeah, like I like like I always this quote. I remember when I was young, I read this quote. Solitaire Voltaire, I think it was. I may not believe in what you say, but I'll defend the right and defend to the death your right to say it. It's basically how the world should be. Like I might not agree with you, but as long as you're being respectful, I should hear you out. And if I don't want to hear you out, then I walk away. I don't get all pissy and call you some kind of this and that. You know what I mean? Because I have a different opinion than you. If we all had the same opinion, the world would be pretty boring. We'd all be on the same page, like very yeah. Well, that's right, Tammy. There's other places in the world right now that we call third world countries, not Africa, but I mean, there's other places where people say, "Oh, they're third world country, they're backwards countries," but they seem to have shit. You know, they have respectable kids. They have people that are respectful. They have people that are all about family. They respect their grandparents. I respect other people's grandparents like they're my grandparents. I don't curse in front of my grandmother. Um, I don't curse. I wouldn't curse in front of your grandmother. I would never disrespect your mother because that's your mother. We're all brothers and sisters at the end of the day. I believe so. We're all family. How do you treat your family? Like I tell anybody on here, and when it comes to like my friends asking me, "Oh, what do you think of this guy?" I'm like, if you want to know what somebody's like, look at how they treat people that they don't want anything from. But that's absolutely how absolutely how I see it. If you want to know what somebody's really like, see how they treat people that they don't want anything from. You know what I mean? Like honestly, like see how they treat the waitresses, or see how they treat you know their people that take care of their lawns, or the people that babysit their kids, or the people that you know see how they treat those people. You want to know what somebody's really like? See how they treat their pets. You know what I mean? I think the way somebody treats their pets would be a telltale sign for you. If they want something from you, they're obviously going to treat you differently. But me, I treat everybody the same. Obviously, you know, I treat my close family a little bit differently, but I don't treat anybody bad. I don't disrespect anybody. Even if they disrespect me, that's on them. You want to disrespect me, I'm gonna walk away because I don't need to bring myself down to your level. If you're being disrespectful and I'm not gonna reward that with sitting there having a conversation with you. Well, yeah, Danny. Sometimes I try to speak my truth to people. I try to have like we have a conversation, and a lot of times conversations turn into an argument, and then that's when I walk away. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? At this point, you've already made a stand where you're not even listening to what I'm saying anymore. So it's not even a conversation anymore. So there's no point in me going any further with you. You're not understanding. We're not seeing eye to eye. You're getting aggressive. That means we're probably not going to see eye to eye. But it is what it is, man. I mean, just be good to everybody. Even people that are assholes to me, I'm good to. I try to be good to them. I try to be very polite. I don't be condescending. I don't try to belittle them. I don't know what they've been through. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe their mom just died. Maybe their dad just died. Maybe they just lost a kid. Maybe they found they're dying. You know, maybe they just lost their job. But I don't know. I just like try to be good to everybody is the best way to do it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Tammy. See, they treat the waitresses and the waiters. Even if I get bad food, Tammy, I'll tip because that's their livelihood, and they didn't cook it. I'll tell them, I'll let them know so that maybe in the future they can, let the cook know and they can fix that. But I do it because it's their benefit. If their food isn't up to par, I think they should know. But I don't penalize the waitress. She didn't make the food. As long as she did her job, as long as she was respectful and you know took my order and brought me my food and was nice to me, and I'm nice to them, then they deserve their tip. That's how they make their money. If she comes out and she's telling me to go f myself and being rude as shit and just ignoring me and like anything else, I'll still give her a tip, but I'll let her know. Be honest. I mean, a tip is a tip, and I think people take you more seriously. Like people deliver my pizza. You deliver a pizza to my house, I'll give you a tip because I know that's how it works. I know you get minimum wage. I know that's how you live. Tip your waitresses is my point. Tip your waiters. Be nice to people at the hospital. They're trying to help. They're not there. You know, cop pulls you over. Be nice. Best way to deal with cops, police officers. Be nice. Usually they won't give you a ticket if you're nice. If they do, go fight in court. Be respectful of people. It goes a long way. You wouldn't believe how far. Like like I said, I used to be. I wasn't always the nicest person. Like I used to be. Well, I mean, I'm not. I was never a mean person. I just mean like I used to look at things differently. And then, actually, if you want to see something really cool, this is kind of. I watched this thing. It was. This is a really cool thing that I watched one time. And like, let's see, I gotta get an example here. Like, I just want to make a point, and this is what I watched, and it was really cool. I liked it. Um, yeah, like, okay, so we take this. Oh wait, let me see here. I got a point in just a second. We'll get to it. Okay, so what color? All right. I'm not doing very good here. I'm sorry. So what color is this card? And most people would say pink, you know, or you go with purple or whatever, right? But I'm going to tell you it's black and white. Now you're going to say, "Oh, you're wrong," but look at this. From my point of view, it's black and white. From your point of view, you know what I mean? And he just said that, and it clicked. I was like, exactly. It's how you look at it. It's how you look at things. I don't know. Or it might not have been effective. What he had was a book. On book, one side was green and one side was red. I was like a little more effective, but you get the gist. But it's really late, so I should probably go. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks, Rose, for modding for me. You guys all have a good night. Clorinda, Tammy, um, Chili. I hope I'm Little Minion. I'm just gonna call you Little Minion because I feel like I'm saying your name wrong. And Crystal, everybody else that's watching, Annette. You guys all have a good night. I'll see you soon.